Good morning. Thank you for joining me. Today is Takeaway Tuesday, but it's on Thursday. Anyways, thank you for joining me. I wanted to thank you very much for joining me. I am back in Canada and I am going to be doing a Takeaway Tuesday in my craft room. Now, there's a few blips that I've got to deal with. One is I've lost my trimmer, so hopefully you'll be able to join along and make the cards with me, and let's see what happens. Today we are using the Cheers to the Season. I am so discombobulated. Cheers to the Season, and so we're going to be making a great card with that. But first of all, I have to show you some of the area that I came home to. I came down to my craft room and I couldn't believe it. I was a little shocked on when I guess I was just so excited to leave that. Apparently, I forgot to clean up. So I've got everything here. It's just like a total disaster. And no wonder I can't find my trimmer. I have no idea where everything is. But what came, I was so excited. Okay, I placed all of my boxes together in here. So I'm just so excited. You get to see what I had ordered for the new catalog. Oh, Celebration is coming up. There we go. There's Celebration. I've got my catalog started. If you ordered with me in the last 12 months, you will be receiving a catalog automatically, so don't worry about that. I also have the mini catalog going on. Oh, this is so exciting in January. So let's take a look to see what we got in the box here. So this is all my goodies. This was a kit. It is Greatest Destinations, I believe. It is an awesome kit. I think this was a paper pumpkin. So there we go. There's a paper pumpkin. And all of the great goodies that I have here. Oh my goodness. Like, check out all this stuff. So what is this? Oh, this is the bouquet of hearts and love. I had chose that because I didn't have it. And why not? It was on clearance. Planted in Paradise, the stamp set that's coming up. Oh, I think I know somebody in my family that loves plants. That's going to be great. Painted Lavender. We are going to be using this stamp set and Sweet in the New Year's for Takeaway Tuesdays in January. So make sure you have that. Oh my goodness, there's like a whole bunch of stuff. I could keep going through it. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous embellishments there. My goodness. You want to get that and some of these great butterflies. There's so much that I have in here. I think I would take about an hour to go through everything. And I don't want to take that all up with that. Oh, yes. Softly Said, make sure you grab this from the online exclusives. We, again, will be using this in Takeaway Tuesday in January. So you want that. So bunches and bunches of stuff that I have here. Oh, that's the new brayer. Got to test that sucker out. So hopefully you will join me. So in the meantime, let's get started with creating a card with Cheers to the Season. Okay, so I'm just going to pop you on the camera mount. So hold on, ladies. All right, so let's get started. And as I said, my name is Tina Kavergich. I am Northern Stamper. Whoops, I'm just, all over the place. Northern Stamper. If you need to reach me, northernstamper@gmail.com. Drop me an email or just pop me a message anywhere. Today, don't forget, is free shipping on any order over $100. If you order directly with me at northernstamper@gmail.com, I will add it to an order and you can have free shipping that way too. So, but drop me an email. So Cheers to the Season is today. Okay, and we're going to be making a card using this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to have to, these are all of the Christmas cards that I had received while I was away. I will be opening them, and I will be showcasing them later on. I will do that tomorrow or Monday, showing off all of these great cards. Look at them. I'm so excited. Oh, this one's very cute. Okay, so I opened this before I had left. This is a super cute Halloween card. I love this image here. It's all ripped. Oh, little googly eyes. Can't go wrong with googly eyes. And this is from my friend Joan. Thank you very much for sending that. Look, she even decorated the inside. Looking great. So what we're going to be doing with Cheers to the Season. All right, so let's get going. This is currently on sale, and I believe it was $23 or something like that. So you might want to grab that. Also, don't forget, if you are looking for getting more for your money, don't forget to join with Northern Stamper. Join my team. There is a join starter kit deal coming in January, and you don't want to miss that. Okay, so let's get started. We are going to be using 3 different colors of inks today. So you got to make sure you have that set aside. Okay, so I'm going to be using these 3 different colors. I am going to be using, actually, if you have been following me from last month, I have these card bases. I'm still using a lot of these up. So what I'm going to do is I have one of the card bases. We have this here, and this is what we're going to be using. You can always use any regular cardstock that you have, but I'm using this Sweet Sorbet to be creating this card today. Now we want to have it landscape, so we want it long ways, so it's going to be opening this way, and it's going to be somewhat of a fancy fold card. Okay, comment below if you love fancy fold cards, and let's get started. So I got the card base. Now, because I had a lot of these left over and I wanted to use them, I'm going to be using the back of this piece here. It is slightly a little bit smaller. I'm mainly focusing, I want the white here, okay? So I want the white, and it is just a little bit smaller, okay? So this is what we want on that. We want some scraps of basic white so we can stamp some of our images on. We're going to be using these images for that. And that's about it. That is all that we're going to be doing with this card. So let's get started. Comment below or give me a thumbs up if you are ready. Okay, so as I said, some of my items are still unavailable to me. They are in the van and I don't have them ready, but let's get started. So we're going to be focusing on this Cheers goblet. I just love it. I think it's fantastic. And these little dots here on the side. Okay, so let's get that piece of white, and we're going to start on that. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with these little dots here. Okay, so let's get them on our block. Now, make sure when you place it on the block, right, it fits nice and neat, so you want that. And what we're going to do is we're going to be using different colors, and don't forget to use the chamois, or I like to use the Stampin' Scrub in between. We need to make sure that we clean the stamp really well. So I'm going to be using the Stampin' Scrub. And you'll notice I put some painter's tape on here. That's just for my own visual, so I can see what side I'm going to spray with the Stampin' Mist. I'm going to spray that so I can clean my stamps. I place it on one side with this little piece of painter's tape, because I just find it's really small. My eyes aren't good, and you know what? It's just faster. So I got my Stampin' Scrub so I can clean in between changing of colors. All right, let's get started. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a piece of Sweet Sorbet, open that up, going to ink it up, and I'm just going to be stamping randomly. There is no rhyme or reason to how I'm stamping. And I'm going to be actually just leaving space in between. I don't want to fill it all in, so I want to leave a little bit of space there, okay? And that will be for the next color. I'm going to close this up because I'm going to put my finger in it. If I don't, again, clean it between ink colors. So I'm going to clean that off. Okay, there we go. Wash it, dry it. I'm going to be using another color. Let's pop that on. Now, it doesn't matter what colors you use. They are all fantastic, okay? You can use retired colors. You can use new colors. You can use whatever you have, okay? So I just make sure that I have them in there, okay? Boop. Now, I'm going to have one more color in here. So I still need to leave a little bit of space. So again, washing in between. Let's close that guy up. Washing in between each color. Now I'm using Wild Wheat as my last color. You can use Crushed Curry, which also works really well. Again, kind of going in between those colors. It's looking like a little party on the paper. There we go. Sometimes what you might want to do is just kind of flip it around so you can get a different view. And there we go. So I think that's kind of filled up. So you can see that that looks like just a party on the paper. That's a good way to put it. All right. Oop, I'm going to have to keep that open. What I want to do now, I'm going to set this aside for the moment, okay? Because that is what I'm done with. But I need my piece of basic white. And we are going to stamp our little goblet on there. Now, how is this possible? I already lost the stamp set. Okay, let's get our goblet. Now, as I mentioned, I'm missing a few things. So one of them is my big block. So I know the Stamparatus is no longer available, but I'm going to be using it anyways because I'm missing my block for this. So let's just place that on there. I'm going to be using the Stamparatus. Some of you do have it. It is a great item to have. Okay. And let's get that started. So I'm going to be placing this. Actually, let's place it on here because I do need to move it down in each color. So I'm going to place that on. It would be a large block. Okay. Put those back on. And I'm going to start inking it up. Okay. One of the tricks with the Stamparatus is always you need to have something underneath there on that side. So I'm going to ink it up. You could also use one of the large blocks. Okay. I've got to make sure it's well inked. Now, the images are not going to come out 100% like absolutely like pure lines and everything. It is going to have a little bit of a change here. So you'll see it's not uniform. So don't worry about that. I'm going to clean this off. Okay. And I'm going to reposition it for another color. Okay. Place this down. Okay. I'm going to pick it up. And I'm going to reposition it, and I'm going to use another color. So back to the colors that we had in the beginning that we were using. Okay. Make sure it's well inked. Okay. Make sure I get all the way around there. I can kind of see on the stamp itself, some of it's missing in a corner. In particular, I want to make sure it has the word cheers comes through. Let's go through. It's a little lighter than I would like, but that's okay. Okay, again, let's change up the color, clean it up. And we're going to use the Sweet Sorbet color and get a third one. I'll lay that down. Oops, close it up. Okay, and whoops, it's off the, and we're going to ink it up. After we stamp these guys, what we're going to do is we are going to cut these images out. Okay, so once these are done, we will cut them out. Okay, let's stamp this guy too. Okay, oh, that didn't turn out, so let's go back. There we go. All right. So we have our 3 goblets on there. Okay, so we got them there. And what we're going to do is we are going to cut them out. Now, with the magic of video, what I did is before I had left, I had cut them out to save some time. So there we go. There we go. We got our three goblets. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to bring back in our party on our paper. There we go. And we're going to do something a little bit different, okay? Do you ever have any of those scraps laying around like these? We got these kind of scraps. What we're going to do, all right, we're just going to cut these up. Now, instead of using dimensionals, we're going to use these, okay? And all I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it back and forth and back and forth. And we don't need that many, but what we do need to do is make sure that you burnish it nice and tight. So these little lines here, whoops, we're just gonna make sure it's nice and flat. Okay, lay this down. And what we're going to do is we're going to do this 3 times. See, these don't need to be perfect. Folding it back and forth. Okay. Again, we're going to use our bone folder. Kind of flatten it out a little bit. Okay. So we kind of got like these springy kind of pieces of paper. We need 3 of them because we have 3 goblets. The reason I came up with this is because I ran out of dimensionals when I was designing this card. So this is where this idea came from. It's kind of interesting. You can get ideas. I guess, what is that? That mother of invention is, you know, you don't have something, mother of invention. Anyways, if you know the saying, can you comment below on what it is? I didn't have what I needed, so I just made do with what I had. Okay. All right, so I got these 3 springy things, right? Woohoo! It's like, oh, this is like a whole party going on here. What I'm going to do is I am taking, oh my goodness, I have no tape either. Okay, well, this kind of is interesting. All right, I'm going to take these springy things. I would tape them on the back because I want to make sure that they are well secured, but I'm going to be using my Seal Plus, and that should work just as well. Okay, and I'm going to take the springy thing, and I'm going to place it on the back of the goblet. See? Springy thing. I'm going to do that for all 3. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Flip it over. Pop it on. There we go. Okay. Oh, you like my nails? Oh, those are awesome, huh? Check those out. Oh, thank you for commenting, Joan. Okay. All right. Got this one. Let's pop that on. All right. So they're all attached. And what I'm going to do is now we're going to put them on here for a party. Now I want the one that's red, because it's red, and the sweet sorbet is kind of this card base. I want that one to be in the middle. Okay, so you can kind of see how these are coming up. And see, these goblets are really, really popping out, like super, super popping out. So I'm going to put the left and right down first. Okay. I'm going to do the left and right. I'm going to put them on kind of on an angle because it's a party. Now you could do this with like a birthday card too. This would work really well. Oh, look at that. And I'm going to have one in the middle. That's my focal point. Okay, I'm going to pop that in the middle. Okay, so, woohoo. All right, I'm going to leave these right now. Now there's some other things that I could do with this, but I'm going to show you what we're going to do next. All right, so I got this. Let's leave this off to the side. Back to our card base. Remember, I didn't have my trimmer. What you're going to do is you're going to take a little bit and you're going to score along here. I would say at about 1.5 inches or thereabouts. So I'm just going to have to fold it and use the bone folder. Okay. I know my trimmer is somewhere packed in the van, but whew, you know, that's what happens. So this is about 1.5 inches. Let's eyeball that. Okay. And that also, you'll notice, kind of pops up too, right? So what we're going to do, I folded it. I've got a nice good crease, and I'm going to be adding some adhesive to the bottom half. Don't put it on the top. You want it on the bottom half. I'm going to take my poppin', here we go, my poppin' goblets, lay it down. and just glue it. So now it's not quite done, but you can see when they open it, see how these goblets really pop out more than a dimensional would. So if it's too much that it's popping out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some, hopefully I have some, which I don't have. Okay, I'm going to have to use these tiny little dimensionals. I was going to use glue dots, okay? But seems like I don't have glue dots either, apparently. Okay, so I'm going to use these dimensionals. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these little dimensionals. And because I don't want these, the left and the right one, to pop as much, I'm going to kind of take the dimensional. And I'm going to put it in between some of these folds. So it's going to pull it down a little bit, but it will still be more. So just, you kind of have to kind of eyeball it and figure it out how much you want the things to pop out. So let's just, there we go. Now you'll notice that this stem is sticking up. Fix that. Get a little dimensional. Put it at the bottom of the stem, okay? Right, so I got the dimensional. I'm putting it at the bottom of the stem to hold down. So it is still sticking up. See how it's still sticking up? Not as much as the center one, because I want the center one to stick up more. So all I'm going to do is kind of get my dimensional, or if I had a glue dot, I would use a glue dot, and do the left and the right, holding down a little bit. So, oop. So that one looks like it needs another one. So kind of eyeball it so it would work for your card. Every card is different, so I'm here just to give you some ideas about it. Okay, so there we go. There we go. Again, the stem is sticking up. I'm going to add a little dimensional to the bottom of that. Okay. Now, I don't really need a dimensional on this one, because it's already kind of forcing itself down, but you know what? Let's just add one just in case. Okay, add that on there. And there we go. Now, like I said, I want the center one to come up more than the left and right. Now, I could leave that just the way it is, or I can toss in on, instead of 1, 2, I can just add one little dimensional just to hold it down just a little bit more. And maybe that's what I'll do. When you're doing your card, kind of take your time and see. So if I did it on this one, maybe I'll do it on that one further down. There we go. Okay, yeah, oh, that works. So this is still sticking up higher than the other ones, but it is well secure. So also when you're mailing this, look, it mails flat. Okay. Let's see. We have some. Do we have Wink Estella? Always add Wink Estella. Don't forget to dab. Oh, come on. Dab. Not paint. Kind of dab your Wink Estella on. And I'm just going to do it on the center one here. Okay. And if you have any embellishments, do I have any embellishments? I'm looking. I may not. I would add a couple of embellishments around on this. And like I said, my room is a total disaster. I have nothing here. Anyways, so this is the card for today. I wanted to show you that. Look at that. We used a little bit something other than dimensionals to pop up that card. It's a little bit of a fancy fold. So when you can put your little sentiment in here, or if you want. So because this is a thicker cardstock base, it will stand up by itself. Okay. If you have regular cardstock and it's not kind of sitting by itself like this, you can always add like a little strip and glue it down with a couple of dimensionals to kind of anchor it by itself like that. Okay. Now, don't go away, because I got a couple of things I want to show you about some of the designer series paper that you may have left over for Christmas. So let me know what you think of this card. tried to do something a little bit different for you. So let's look at the mock-up. And there is the regular cards. There we go. Looks exactly the same. How about that? Okay. So again, we'll mail flat. I think it's a nice happy card. This would be great for birthday. You can actually add a little sentiment across here that says happy birthday. And there you go. There's a birthday card for you. Okay. So comment below on what you think of this card for today. But don't go away. Some of you may have some designer series paper left over from the paper share. And what I wanted to show you is a card that I had created. So this is Oh Holy Night. Now, I don't know about you. Some cards, some papers I have a difficult time working with. So what I did is I took a piece of 12. So it's 12 inches long. And it's about 4 inches wide. And what I did is I took this, okay. I used this whole sheet because I didn't know what to do with that, right? So there we go. There's the top. There's the bottom. And I was kind of tootling around. So actually, I can actually show you how to make this because it's really easy. So there we go. We got 2 pieces of basic white. And what this card looks like, when I open it, see it's got these folds in the center. It's like an accordion fold. It's really cool because I didn't want to. And it actually stands up by itself when it's accordion folded the way it is. And I didn't want to waste any of this paper. So what I did is I did some accordion folding. There we go. And I added the 2 pieces of basic white to make supports on that. So I'm going to quickly show you how I did this. Okay, so I have these 2 pieces, right? Okay, there's my paper. Now, because the paper is so long, you got to work with 1 piece at a time. So I'm going to glue that down on here with a nice edge all the way around. Okay, so let's do that. Look at that. You got a bonus card today. All right, so I'm going to glue that down. Okay, there we go. Now, that's just that 1 piece. So it's not like a card base. These are just 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this because I need to add this piece on here, right? I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to glue it onto here. Okay. Hopefully you can see. And I'm gluing it so there's a nice frame around. Okay. But you'll see I got a big space in between the 2 pieces, right? So what I'm going to do is I need to accordion fold that. So if I had it like this, okay, nice and flat, there's the first accordion fold, 1, okay. I'm going to take these and I want them to be exactly the same. So all I'm going to do is I am going to fold it in half. Really burnish those fold lines. Okay. Okay, so they're all folded. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this open and I'm going to fold it back on itself. Let's see. Oh, I got 1 more fold to do. Got that top one. There we go. Got to fold it again. There we go. Now, that's what I was missing. Okay, so it's all accordion folded. And all I'm going to do is take it and go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. There we go. There we go. And look, it all folds kind of in on itself. Again. There we go. Look at that. Pretty easy. And this way you can see the inside of the DSP as well as the outside. Oh, very cute. Because I wanted to use that whole piece. Now, and what you could do to finish it up, add a little bit of a sentiment kind of along here, a little bit of a ribbon. There you go. Look at that. And it does sit by itself. Okay, there we go. It's just the fold lines. Once you get it going, it'll sit by itself. It's just the fold lines. Need to be done really well. So there we go. I wanted to show you. Look at that. You got a bonus card today. So there we go. Cheers to the season. Don't forget, this is currently on sale. If you have any questions or wish to order, northernstamper@gmail.com. Let me know. I will send you. We will get free shipping for you. It is only today. So please make sure that you take advantage of that. If there's something that you need, there we go. That one sits like this. This one opens like that. And there you go. Let me know what you think of the cards below. And let's see. Hold on. I want to say a proper goodbye. So there we go. There's the 2 cards. And again, thank you for joining me. I am off now to clean my messy room to find everything that I'm missing. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed those cards. Comment below which one you like best. And I will see you on Tuesday for another card creating with Cheers to the Season. Take care, and I'll see you next time.